Namaste and welcome to Sujith Talks. My name is Sujith Billa, Registered Migration Agent. This video is about visitor visa applications and the funds. 600.212 is a clause in migration regulations that a case officer will often use to refuse a visitor visa application, showing lack of funds or lack of evidence to show funds. So what is the prescribed amount that you have to show as funds when you're doing a visitor visa application, be it tourist stream or sponsored family stream? According to the department's policy, there is no prescribed amount. It just depends on what is the activity that the visitor intends to do in Australia. Is the visitor going to stay inside the sponsor's house or where he's supposed to go and just watch TV, eat breakfast, which is provided by the sponsor or the friend who is looking after them? Or is he going to travel, or is she going to travel in Australia and stay in hotels? So it depends on those kind of things. You need to provide funds accordingly. And the funds obviously and usually you will provide bank statements, pay slips, and credit card with the available balance. So, for example, there is a person A and person B, and person B wants to invite person A to Australia. Now, person A can show funds from his or her bank account, or show funds from person B, or someone else who is connected to person B, who is person C. But the point is, whatever funds you're showing, for example, you show a bank balance of $20,000. Now, how did you get the $20,000 is also something that case officer will be looking at. So suddenly, if you see $20,000 deposited in the bank account and you show the bank statement and tell the case officer, look, I have got funds, $20,000. So the case officer will be interested or might be interested in knowing the source of funds. So that is something that is clearly mentioned in the departmental policy. But sometimes the case officer will ask for it, sometimes they don't ask for it. Just because they don't ask for it, it doesn't mean that they will never ask for it. And they also look at what kind of arrangements you have made, whether you have already bought a flight ticket to Australia. The departmental policy strongly advises not to buy a flight ticket, because that is telling you, the department indirectly is telling you, hey, you buy a ticket and we'll give you the visa. So it's kind of influencing the outcome. So they wouldn't ask you anytime to buy a flight ticket. But what you could do is you could show an itinerary showing them the details of the intended dates that you want to come to Australia and go back, and also the costs associated, because that will help the case officer to assess the funds. 600.212 is very important clause, and you need to address that in a visa application submission. If you're having a registered migration agent, obviously they'll be doing that. So if you wanted my services in lodging a visitor visa application, you're most welcome to contact me. You can simply go to my website sujithtalks.com and schedule a face-to-face, phone, or a video consultation. Usually face-to-face consultations is for people who are in Melbourne and who are usually working from 9 to 5. If you're in Melbourne and working after hours or in the evenings, or have a night shift and can't get to me during the business hours, you can always go and book a phone or video consultation, because I work after hours for the reason that I work in Indian Standard Time Zone, which means in the evenings in Melbourne as well. So stay tuned for more in my YouTube channel, Sujith Talks. Click on the subscribe button if you haven't done it before, and also click on the bell icon to get more notifications.